What's up guys? Today I'm going to give you a review on workout 17.4 for both the RX and scale divisions. But first, here are some cinematic shots of the workout. Enjoy! As I've mentioned in the past, getting the joints of the ankles, hips and shoulders nicely oiled up before movement is crucial for safety and efficiency. So here is a short montage of all the mobility and warm-up drills I did before 17.4.
Up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories. Lost, it's hard, racing all these broken dreams.
A good warm-up will always get you a little bit sweaty and elevate your heart rate. You don't want to fatigue yourself though, so make sure to keep the weights low for your warm-up sets. Now we will go through some efficiency tips for each movement to ensure that you perform them safely and efficiently. Deadlift. Use knee sleeves as shin guards because you want to keep the bar nice and close to the body, but avoid the dreaded bar rub, which will eat away at your skin. What's nice is the sleeves can then be pulled up onto the knees for added protection in the wall balls and rowing. The second accessory I'll recommend is a weightlifting belt. Now usually I'm not a fan of a belt because I feel that you need to learn to use your abdominals and your core musculature to keep your trunk nice and stable. But in this case, due to the high volume and intensity, it's inevitable that you're going to get a rounded back. Your setup position will determine your starting position. So if you stand too close to the barbell, you'll block knee flexion, which then sends your back into a rounded position to make up for the lost range. The fix is simple. Stand a little bit further away from the barbell, get those knees nicely flexed, which brings the torso nice and upright and your back flat. The second mistake is gripping too narrow. This blocks the knees from tracking outwards, causing a valgus position, which is a recipe for disaster. The fix is to narrow the stance and grip wider. This will give the knee space to track outwards. And lastly, I like to use the mixed hand grip, which is perfect for high rep deadlifts. You never want to drop the bar because your hands start to fatigue. Wall balls. The most efficient way to do this exercise is by descending into the squat once the ball has touched the target and is on its way down. This will help you to ride the ball down, use its momentum to spring you back out of the bottom of the squat and into the next rep. You will also save your shoulders this way, as they won't have to slow the ball down to a complete stop in each repetition. Rowing. Adduction, or coming together of the knees, is the most common error in rowing technique. It puts the hips into internal rotation, which in turn destabilizes the back and makes it round. Make sure to keep the knees pressed out close to the arms throughout the reps. Retracting the shoulder blades will also help to keep a nice, tight and stable upper back. Alright, for scaled athletes doing hand release push-ups. The biggest mistake is placing your hands too close to your head. Your leverage is poor from this position, so it will make you worm your way up, which will also result in a no rep. The hand placement can also cause your elbows to flare out, putting unnecessary pressure in the shoulders. So rather place your hands closer to your center of gravity and tuck the elbows to your side, giving you the most powerful and efficient push-up. The RX athletes doing handstand push-ups, you have your work cut out for you. It's so easy to get no reps with the new movement standards. The two mistakes that will hurt you in this workout is firstly, hand placement. If they are too wide, it shortens your reach and you will fall short of the line. So make sure to keep your hands as close together as possible. A good rule of thumb is to try and maintain a perpendicular or 90-degree angle with the forearm in relation to the ground. The second error is hyperextending the back into the banana shape. Not only is this an unsafe position, but it will also shorten your reach and cause you to no rep. The common causes of this mistake is looking at the floor and losing tightness in the abs. The fix is to contract the stomach muscles, squeeze the glutes, and look out in front of you or even 45 degrees upward. With this technique, you will promote a more hollow body position, which increases your reach and safety. Now we are left with strategy and time management. But if you have found this video interesting and helpful so far, please hit the subscribe button before we continue. Alright, starting out like the backside of hell will burn you out way before you're supposed to. Try stick to sets of 3 to 5 reps and limit your rest in between sets. I found that counting my breaths is the best way to do this. So I'll go something like 1, 2, 3, then I'll pick the bar up and I'll do the next set and continue that throughout my sets. A similar strategy with the wall balls. Try and keep the sets between 7 and 10 reps and limit the rest intervals. Rowing is all about maintaining a good rhythm and breathing. So what I like to do is inhale on the way down, take a big deep breath, hold it for the big pull, and then exhale at the end of the pull. Not only will this help you to row quickly, but it will also stabilize your heart rate before the handstand push-ups. On the handstand push-up, the rep starts with the feet over the line. So make sure to kick up onto the wall with the arms fully locked out. Otherwise, you're just going to waste one whole rep. If you reach the handstand push-ups with more than a minute to spare, then I would break up the sets into 5 to 7 reps. If, however, you reach them and you have less than a minute, go for broke. Just try and accumulate as many reps as you can in that first set. So that's it from us, guys. I hope that you enjoy the workout and you improve on last year's score. If you can think of any other additional tips and strategies for 17.4, please feel free to comment below and let's start a conversation. But until then, keep on exercising your health. Cheers, everyone.